Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Hold the Ball. Hope you guys are well. If you're new, definitely to like, share, and subscribe. This is going to be a preview here of the Rabbbitohs who are hosting the Warriors, and I'll give you guys my thoughts, analysis, strengths, weaknesses, and all that jazz there. But before we get into it, DJ, hit that intro. Alright guys, hope you guys have been well. Thank you again for tuning in. So let's get straight into it. So look, the Rabbbitohs, right? We know what happened. They beat the Bulldogs in a good slugfest, I think. Some say it was a bad game. I think it was okay. The Wars coming off a good win over the Knights. Yeah, look, this game here. This game, the last couple of years, Rabbbitohs have somehow always had the wood over us. They've had some really high-scoring wins against us, actually. Wins that have left us Warriors fans deflated in the past. Even as recent as last year, we versed a Rabbbitohs team that I think was depleted fairly, and they still went out of their way to beat us and win well. That was over Napier. Look, the Warriors, we see the return of Chance Nicole Cookstad, right? Te Maire Martin in place of Metcalf, unfortunately, but I'm wishing Metcalf well. I just want to say this quickly. I wish him well and I wish him all the best. And he's still my 5'8". So when he comes back, I hope he slots straight back in. That's just my opinion. It won't change. And Marata Nukore fills in for Kurt Capel. I don't think it's been disclosed as to why Capel is not playing. Maybe it has been, but I'm not too sure. Anyway, an interchange there. We see Lasik, Ale R4, as well as Tebanga. 18th man there is Pompey. So basically, the squad looks like this, right? From 1 to 13, you've got Nicole Cookstad, Dylan Watson, Selesniak, Rocco Berry, RTS, Marcelo Montoya, Te Maire Martin, Sean Johnson. In the forward pack, you see Adam Fanor-Blake, Wade Egan, Mitchell Barnett, Jackson Ford, Marata Nukore, as well as Tohu Harris. So it's almost a full strength, just about full strength, you know, Wise team, minus injuries and outs as well. As for the Rabbbitohs here, this team here, Johnston is not playing, as well as Shakai Mitchell. Isaac Tuitupou is actually in the team as well, and he slots straight into wing. And you see the likes there of Mamozelos, Kena, Kepi, Gagai, Jai Gray, as well there. Sorry, that's Isaac Tuitupou Thompson, apologies. And in the reserves there, you see the likes of, as players' names, apologies. So look, this Rabbbitohs team, we know how the Rabbbitohs have been going. It's been not necessarily controversial, but it's been very, they've been highlighted, right? Almost, probably more than any other team this year. I think bar the Tigers, but then even then the Tigers are slowly being put in the back burner because, hey, teams that play well, we don't care. Teams that don't, we just seem to love talking about them for some reason. Anyway, point is, the Bulldogs are 1-3, right, to start the season. So that win they had last week, they'll be taking it in good stead, I reckon. Latrell Mitchell at fullback, right? Isaac Tuitupou Thompson in the wing, Jack Whiten, Isaiah Tarson in the centre, as well as Tane Mill in the other wing. In the halves, you see Cody Walker, Dean Hawkins. And in the forward pack, you see Devita Tatola, Damien Cook, Thomas Burgess, Keon Kolo Matangi, Jacob Host, as well as Cameron Murray, captain as well, opposite Toy Harris, who's captain. Interchange sees Michael Chikam, Talis Duncan, Sean Kepi, as well as Davey Moale. And their 18th man is Peter Mamozelos. This game is going to be a physical game. I really think it is. However, I also believe the backs will dictate a little bit. Not as much as the forwards, I don't think. However, that is all yet to be seen. For the Warriors, I think some of their strengths that they've utilised or can work on, or they showed last week anyway, was their defense. Again, defense. If all else fails, I've always had that belief and philosophy that if all else fails, at least got your defense. And I think the Warriors did show that despite, I think, a lackluster attacking display, they showed some grit there, right? So I think that's the strength of theirs. A weakness of the Warriors, I think, is actually a genuine weakness of theirs is their attack, their offense. And sometimes the little errors, I think, but generally speaking, is probably their offense. However, in saying that, with the addition of Chance to Go Cookstad, which I'll get onto just quickly, he adds a bit of spark there. Strength there for the weakness, I think, for the Rabbbitohs has been their defense. They're weak, you know, and I'll say offense, generally speaking. One of their strengths, I think, though, is just the fact that they do have some key players who don't give up regardless, right? Cameron Murray is one, Thomas Burgess, Damien Cook, they've got some key players who just turn up game after game, right? So it'll be interesting to see how they sort of handle a team like the Warriors, obviously the bounce back and all that stuff. But back to the Wars, Chance to Go Cookstad back at fullback. He's a good attacking link. I feel like he adds so much spice, right? Again, in the back line, RTS back at center. It's going to be interesting to see how Roger Tuivasa-Sheck and Chance to Go Cookstad sort of work off each other. Rocco Berry, he is a delight, isn't he? I call him The Rock, ROC, so The Rock there, The Rock, Rocco Berry. DWZ, Marcelo Montoya, they usually produce the goods, and they have been. Te Maire Martin coming in, interesting. What sort of game will him and Shaun Johnson play together? I think that's the question. How will they sort of work, construct? How will they go about things defensively? Who's going to be in charge of the kicking game, etc.? Those are sort of questions I have in my mind. Again, Te Maire Martin replacing a big hole there in Luke Metcalf. So those questions there definitely ring true. But in saying that, if there's one thing about Te Maire Martin we like, is that he will always give effort regardless. So we know that about him for sure. In the forward pack there, it is going to be a tough battle. I touched on that previously. You can't go past the battle of, you know, the props there. David Tatola, Thomas Burgess against Adam Blake and Mitch Barnett. Mouth-watering stuff. You know, then you got the likes of Damien Cook and Wade Egan. Again, Wade Egan making a name for himself slowly but surely. Damien Cook, an announced and already made superstar, in my opinion, at the hooker role. Yeah, I think it's going to come down really to the battle of attrition, fitness, going to be very particularly important. In the interchange here, I think player for player, you probably go to the Warriors just, I think. I think the Warriors do have the wood over the Bunnies in that regard. However, in saying that, at the same time as well, we must be cautious of the likes of Latrell Mitchell, Jack White in particular, Cody Walker, Damien Cook, Jacob Murray. I just feel like those players, if they can all turn it up, they're virtually a very tough team to deal with. And that's what you can sort of be seeing. Now, for the Warriors, Shaun Johnson, right? I really touched on him. But Shaun Johnson, his kicking game, his game management, again, what we sort of produce, what can he bring, what can he add, particularly in tandem with Te Maire Martin, the question I have again. But yeah, look, generally speaking, I'm happy with the squad. I mean, obviously, Adam Pompey, 18th man. Look, squads are not necessarily solidified just yet. It could change, but I like Freddie Lassie at 14. I like Ale, Arthur, and Tamanga there as well. They're going to add a lot of punch and push and what we need. But yeah, again, a decent squad, a solid squad for both these teams here, right? That's just the way I look at it. Now, as to who is going to win, look, it is a tough task always playing over there in a core stadium. But in saying that, look, for me, I can't go past the Warriors here. A team that's chasing their third win in a row. The Rabbbitohs they haven't had a great start to their season, despite the win there against the Bulldogs. I still think the Warriors should be able to get it there, get over there and get it done. However, like I said, be wary. Be wary of their key players. I've already touched them. As for the Warriors, we have ours too. But it is going to be interesting. It is. Both teams have some decent pace backs. Both teams have some very decent, technical, strong, powerful forwards. But I think the Warriors will get it done in the end and done very well. And in saying that, though, that's my thoughts there. This is going to be silly, but I'm going to go Warriors. 6-12, anytime try scorer, Rocco Berry, and something like probably 30 points to 20. Yeah, something like that. Warriors to win. 30 points to 20. Anyway, give me your thoughts. Am I right? Am I wrong? Take it easy. See you guys next time. Up the wires, off the ball.